What it is, it's your boy LB back with your 52 block news at Blockhead News Incorporated, where we're going to be bringing you news in the world of mixed martial arts, current events, relationships, ducking punches, get your credit fixed, stock tips, bars. That's right. We the only news here bringing you everything. We're going to bring you everything. Alrighty. At the top of the list, Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. Now, this is going to be a good fight because emotions have now entered the fight. Because Terrence Crawford, Bud Crawford, and Sean Porter were good friends at one time. They knew each other all through the amateurs. I think Crawford even worked with Sean Porter's father at some time because, you know, he used to work with the, not the Olympic team, but the Nationals and stuff like that. He was a coach over there, so he got a chance to work with a lot of upcoming fighters like Errol Spence, Terrence. So they had a relationship. And Terrence once said, because he was the 140-pound champion, Hall of Famer now. Sean thinking he ain't never coming up to welterweight, so we ain't never got to think about this. But Terrence comes up to welterweight, beats up Jeff Horn, gets him a belt, and now he's on Sean Porter's radar. But Terrence has said if they got to fight, he want to lock down in the room, no managers, no yes men, just him and Sean, and they ironed it out. Sean went to the media. He didn't go into the room with Terrence, and I think Terrence is taking it personal. The way Sean has been going at him as if he's scared to fight Sean. And we know it ain't that. One thing, when we look in Terrence Bud Crawford's eyes, let me tell you something. That man is Hagler 2.0. That's right. Terrence Crawford ain't nothing but the reincarnation of the Marvelous One. They got the same attitude. Self-destruct to win. You know what I'm saying? Those are fighters. So this is now turning into a bad blood fight. Bad blood fights work out for the crowd because we get to see a bang out fight. But I do believe Terrence Crawford is looking to knock Sean Porter out and make a statement, which won't be good for Sean. All right, moving on. This brother here, Mr. Young Pharaoh. Now, I used to follow Young Pharaoh, a genius, a scholar amongst young black men. This man here, his brain for retaining information is immaculate. It's extraordinary. He spit out knowledge. He spit out knowledge like ball players spit when they chewing on that tobacco. Just bang, bang, bang. That's how he just be spitting out fast, talking about everything. And I think his rise, which was very fast, on YouTube, bringing in the bag, has now it's aiding to his decline because absolute power corrupts absolutely, people. And when you go from nothing to getting $20,000-$30,000 a month, that money doesn't change you, it just only amplifies who you are. So if you never got yourself situated before that money comes in, everybody goes the same way. You looking at Young Pharaoh like it wouldn't be me. Yes, it would. It'd be you. Especially if you never had no money to mess up before. You don't know what it's like. In my past of trapping, I've seen trappers, regular hustlers. All of a sudden they take off they spot, bringing in $18,000, $20,000 a day. Their whole attitude changes. And it wasn't that it changed. It's always there, but there was no need to be in the forefront because he ain't have no money. But now that the money rolling in, he can show you that he's really a nasty person that, you know, really doesn't think too much about you. But when there was no money there was no need to show that. So money will amplify it, and you will get a chance to see it. And I think money has amplified the mental issues in Young Pharaoh because when he lost his YouTube channel, probably, making him lose a lot of money a month affects you the same way. You get that money, you go up there, and then they snatch it from you, you can lose your mind. And I think that's what we're seeing with Young Pharaoh. he has mental issues. Mental issues are real, and if anything, that brother needs to get some help. So this me talking about him is prayers up, hoping that the young man go get the help he needs to get right back on track, doing what he does best. That's all. Foundational Black Americans, we gotta stay supporting each other, even when we in bad positions, even when we going through stuff. We talk about it, but we send prayers up, support. Alrighty, this one right here. This is a big one. SOG Khalid Plant. Now Khalid Plant, he's already a genius in the ring. He got genius moves. His defense is crazy. But now he's starting to show his genius outside the ring. Because having to fight a beast like Canelo, who does he go get help from? The Son of God, SOG Andre Ward. The only man that Canelo ain't want no smoke. Like Canelo, but Canelo definitely ain't want no smokes with SOG. He had the style to beat Canelo. Called Canelo out many times. Canelo was like, I'm in here at Medico. We in Medico. We in Medico. Like he was in Medico every time Andre Ward was talking to him. He never heard him. You know, maybe it was all that tainted beef he was eating. Could have messed up his ears. He was over there in Medico eating that tainted beef, acting like he ain't here. SOG talking to him. Like, come fight me. But he ducked SOG. And now SOG, Andre Ward, gets a chance to still get a fight out of him by giving the recipe to beat him to Khalid Sweet Hands Plant. And boy, that boy got some sweet hands. Sweet hands. That boy hands sweet like a cinnamon. And, you know, pause. When he start letting those combinations go on you, yo, that boy punch selection and his defense, he be over there like this. Every time you miss him, who you punching at? I love that. I love that about Khalid Plant. I love when he does that. And he's showing his genius and his willingness to win because Canelo is a beast by going to get help from the one man that definitely had the style to defeat Canelo, and that's the SOG, Andre Ward. Let's give that man Khalid Plant his flowers now, because that was a hell of a move. That was checkmate. It's chess, not checkers. We playing chess, not checkers, and he just said checkmate. That's what he just said. Alrighty, fellas. Now this one is for all my brothers, your wives, and your girlfriends. You know, pandemic time has made them put on a little weight. They got a little weight. They've been eating, you know, Popeyes and stuff like that. They ain't been cooking in. And they putting on some pounds. Now, it may be hard to get them to run around the block, jump rope for a half an hour. You got to get used to that. But one thing they can do is yoga. And yoga will help both of you. Listen here, brother. If you was at work, working hard, sweating, getting that tag on, testicles and testosterone up there working, and you come home to this, not only will you be happy to see your woman doing yoga that burns calories, helps you bring them pounds down, but she got that tight spandex on, and she's in the double down dog position. So not only is she burning calories and losing weight, she's spicing up your sex life. Listen to the women out there. You want to keep your man when he come home from a hard days of work, you should be in these positions. I'm telling you, no Becky or no side chick is going to get their claws on him if you stay on your yoga. Every time he come home, you got to start an hour before he come home, so when he come home, the first thing he see is you in the double dog down position. All right, let's continue on with 52 Block News. Now, my brother Diallo Frazier, my brother in arms, and Ludacris, Fast and Furious 9, they did a fight scene for 52 Blocks, a 52 Blocks fight scene. Now, I'm pretty sure fight scene probably had to be like 20 minutes. Then they had to cut it down to 5 or 3 minutes, presented to the editors. Now, the editors take all of the footage of the movie and they sit down and the editors make the magic. They are the magic and magic pants. They the magic. So they sit down, they put the movie together. So a lot of time, stuff that could have been in the movie, we'll never see because of the editor. And that's what happened here. When I looked at the movie, all I seen was maybe like 2 elbows. They ain't give us a lot, but they gave us something, and it's a start. We gotta start somewhere. So do not blame my brothers Ludacris and Diallo Frazier because they can only present the information. You want to get upset, you inbox the editors. You send your anger to the editors that could have put more of that fight scene in there. But they got to get used to seeing it, but they will. But with my brothers like Diallo Frazier and Ludacris, every chance they get throwing up that 5-2, salute to them. Give them their flowers right now. Okay, moving on. This guy here, I've just found out, is I'm Mr. 52, Ramel Scott's top student. That's why he moved the way he moved. You see these movements? This can only be taught to you by one man. Not like Burley. My students look nothing like that. My students are actually ready to kick ass like real time. Like you meet them in the alleyway, you're gonna get black-eyed up, they're gonna end up taking your money. But this dude here, nah, he got that I'm Mr. 52 style. Now in the street fight, he may get beat up, but it looks real cute. So we'll give him some flowers for looking cute. That's right. It looks cute. It looks real cute, but it can do nothing but get you beat up. But hey, that is his top student. He's a 15 Don, and I'm Mr. 52's style of 52 blocks. I just bring the news. Don't get mad at me, people. I am just the messenger. I just bring the news. Next up in 52 Block News is the slap boxing tournament, Slap 1, brought to you by your boy LB. Now, we'll be having these in every state. I'm going to sit down with people in that state and bring it there. So if you want to represent your state, contact me at lightburley52@yahoo.com. 347-816-5357. Let me say that again. That's 347-816-5357. Leave me a text message. We'll sit down, chop it up. Get 52 to your state. Slap 1 to your state. Come out there, bring the tournament. We got the belts. Now, for each match, $125 to the winner. You pose with the belt. You represent your state. We have 3 weight classes: 100 to 140, 140 to 180, and 180 and up. That's right, we keeping it gully. 3 weight classes: lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight. That's what it is. You fall into one of those, so we're gonna have special gloves for slapping. Now, it's going to be built on defense. This ain't gonna be a, slapping like helicopter slapping. No, you will be given a full point for moves that come off of your defense or trick moves. So we're looking for the trick shotters, not just people that want to come out slapping. So you're gonna have to use your brain to get that full point. You're gonna have to go from defense to offense, or some type of trickery setup feint to your offense slap. If you just slapping out there, you're getting half a points. We'll have judges judge it. So it's built around your trick shot and your defense, people. $125 to the winner, pose with the belt. Once we get the winners of each state, we start putting the states against each other. That's right. We're gonna have Cali versus New York, Chi-Town versus Texas, more. Boston versus Rhode Island. We're just gonna be once we get our winners, everybody versus each other. That's right, so you can represent your state. Make a name for yourself. Put on for your city. Put on for your city. So, there you have it. The conclusion of 52 Block News. Blockhead News. Blockhead Incorporated. We will be coming back every other day, bringing you that most current news in fighting, the most current news running through the airwaves, and of course, tips on how you can make yourself better, improve yourself, man or woman. Foundational Black Americans up, testicles and testosterone. As always, hands up, chin down, rumble, young man, rumble. I'll see you on the next episode of 52 Block News. Blockhead and Court.